get started on our back, so go ahead and recline all the way down to your back. Welcome to Yin Hips. Let's get started on our back, so go ahead and recline all the way down to your back. And as you get onto your back, we're going to extend the left leg forward. And then we're going to take the right foot and the bottom of the right foot, and we're going to bring that all the way up to the inner thigh for what we call reclining tree pose. So just allow the right knee to flare out to the right. If you feel any discomfort in your hip, you could always take a block and you can slide that underneath the right hip for support. And then we'll cactus the arms, so feel free to bend the elbows, palms to the sky, relax the backs and shoulders down onto the mats. And always good at the beginning of the practice to just give yourself permission that you deserve this practice. Really, this practice is a gift. A gift that gives you the gift of space. And the gift of calmness. And the gift of ease inside of your mind, which you might notice is the opposite of dis-ease. Feel the musculature within your body relaxing and softening. And also feel your brain and your mind softening. Sometimes our brains get really tense and tight, but allow your brain and your mind to relax. Can you feel that quality of spaciousness within your mind? Less narrow and more expanded. And in a few moments, we're going to do a little bit of some breathing together. This breath is called Viloma 1. Viloma means against the grain. And so what we'll do is we'll pause the breath right in the middle of the inhale. And then your exhale will just be a long, uninterrupted flow of air exiting out of the body. So see if you can breathe with me. Take a big, deep inhale through your nose. And side out the mouth, exhale, let it go. And then we'll begin. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, pause the breath. Inhale all the way to the top for 3 and 4. And then exhale, let it go for 4, 3, 2, 1. And again, inhale 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. And exhale, let it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. More cycles. Inhale 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. And exhale, let it out for 4, 3, 2, 1. One more round. Inhale 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Take a deep inhale through the nose. And out the mouth, exhale. Just let it all go. And allowing your breath to slip into that natural, effortless rhythm. Guys, now from here, reach your your right ankle on top of your left knee, left thigh. And we'll come into reclining pigeon. So bend your left knee. Set your left foot flat on the floor. Left knee pointing to the sky. Place the block right underneath the sole of that left foot. Or, if you want a deeper stretch, the right arm can slip through the legs. Both hands reach around and either grabs the hamstring like Peter's doing, or you can grab that left shin, just like Brian over here is doing. So again, it just depends on how much sensation, how much stretch you want. So it can stay on the ground, on a block, or hamstring, or grab the shin. So find the variation that feels right for you. And then where you feel the stretch taking place, see if you can breathe right into the source of that. Because where the mind goes is where the energy flows. And that's been proven by science. Wherever you focus at, wherever you place your attention in your body, there's chemical reactions that take place in those cells. So use your focus, use your concentration to steer that energy exactly where you want it to go. Take a couple minutes there. That one last little gentle squeeze. Softly release the grip, extending both legs all the way back out in front of you, along the ground. And we'll come into reclining tree, sometimes known as fallen tree on the other side. So this time, you'll keep your right leg out in front of you, and you bring the sole of your left foot up to your inner right thigh. Cactus the arms again. And that variation allows you to create an abundance of space in your chest, your lungs, and your heart. So let's take advantage of that openness in the lungs and do another few repetitions of that Loma One pranayama. Take a deep inhale through the nose. Side out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Inhale through the nose for 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. Exhale out for 4. 3, 2, 1. Breath control equals mind control. Inhale 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. Exhale out for 4. 3, 2, 1. 2 more cycles. Inhale 1, 2, pause. Inhale to the top for 3 and 4. Exhale, release it out for 4. 3, 2, 1. Last round. Inhale 1. 3, and 4. Exhale out for 4, 3, 2, 1. Big deep inhale through the nose, flood the lungs with air. Sigh out the mouth, exhale, let it go. Beautiful. As the breath returns back to its natural rhythm, reach down, grab your left foot. Place your left ankle on top of your right knee, right thigh. And bring your right foot flat on the ground, coming into reclining pigeon on the other side. Find the variation that feels right. Sometimes it's nice, in a strong power yoga class, we may do a deeper variation in this pose. But in a yin class, it might be nice to actually choose maybe more of a gentle or soft variation of the expression of the pose. So much of our day, so much of our lives, we're on the go. We have our to-do list, we have that unending list of responsibilities, our job, families, our career, school studies, sports, athletics, gotta get the meditation practice in, gotta run errands. So we're doing. And we forget what it's like to just be. So flexibility and beyond, in these 8 weeks that we have together, it's really about bringing us back to that state of balance. So you shift from doing into being. You shift from striving into arriving, into allowing. And you might notice the moment that you let go, the moment that you're no longer striving and grasping and holding on, and you allow yourself to let go and arrive, that it's impossible for there to be stress or anxiety. That stress only gets produced because we're fighting the moment of where we're at. So you come into these positions, you come into these poses, sometimes the sensations feel sweet, sometimes they feel challenging, sometimes they feel neutral, in between. But it doesn't matter what category the sensation falls into. Your breath is still there, your attention, your presence is still there, and you're just observing and watching and witnessing. You're allowing the sensation to arise and then disappear without ever clinging, without ever resisting and pushing away. As they say in Zen, when you realize that everything changes, and you find your composure within the change, then you find yourself in nirvana. In other words, then you become awakened. No longer fighting the current change. You're going with the flow of change. So that one last little squeeze. Then extend the legs all the way back out in front of you along the mat for a moment. Just allow that blood to rush down through those knees. And reach your hands forward. Grab your shins. Draw your knees into your belly, into your torso, and then go ahead and gently rock and roll your way all the way up to a comfortable seated position. And now we'll come into seated diamond as we continue to target the hips. So seated diamond, bottoms of the feet together, different than butterfly. So instead of bringing your feet into the body, you're going to slide the feet away from the body, so that your lower body is shaped like a diamond. The hands are going to grab the ankles. slide the fingers underneath the bottoms of the ankles. And then on an inhale, draw your spine up and out, create some length. And then exhale, fold down to your own degree. And feel free if you like to put a block or two right underneath your forehead. So you can create a tower, and you can stack the tower so that the weight of your head is supported by something. And as you support the weight of the head, and you find yourself the position in the pose, you just take your seats. And this from Lori Chapman, who says, I like nothing more in the world than sitting on my ass doing nothing. Maybe for 2 minutes you'd realize that getting off this ass would be a crime against nature. So here we are in Yin Yoga. We take our seats. And we don't violate that crime against nature. We make the most of it. We may not be standing up and moving the body a bunch like we would in a power yoga class or stronger forms of exercise and fitness, because that's not what this modality is about. This modality is about exploring the other side of that. And traditionally, yin is another word for shade. And yang is another word for light. And we're exploring the shade and the darkness, the depth within the body, and the depth within the mind. And in this practice, we're exploring the largest joint in the body, the hips, where we have lots of fascia, and we get into that fascia. About 90 seconds into the pose, we initiate that phase change. We start to penetrate through the superficial muscles. We get into that deep fascia. We activate fibroblasts. And those fibroblasts go to make the fascia become stronger, more durable, more supple, and more resilient. So this practice takes patience. Take surrender. Surrender in the best kind of a way. The surrender of a need to get somewhere, to make something happen. In this practice, you don't have to make anything happen. You just allow it to happen.
During this whole practice, we just need to inhale and exhale with a down face. And always remember, slow down your breath, slow down your heart rate.
Slowly exit all the way back up. And bring both hands to your outer knees. Close the knees together. Spread the feet out about the width of the shoulders. Bring your hands behind you about the width of your shoulders. Fingers forward. And as counter movement, counter stretch, we'll windshield wiper the knees side to side several times. Just let the knees sway. And after that seated dive, it should feel nice. Just move some of that chi, some of that life force around in that hip area. Back up to neutral, swing the legs off around to the side, and we'll maneuver our way back to tabletop pose, all fours position. Glad to see some of you are still smiling a little bit. Tuck the toes underneath the feet, lift the hips up into the air, downward facing dog. And then just for a couple breaths, spread your fingers, draw into the palm, just feel a little bit of activation, a little bit of a yang-like quality, some stimulation, some warmth. And on an inhale, float the right leg up. And then exhale, flow the right foot forward, top of the mat. And then release your left knee down onto the ground. Release the top of your left foot. And then bring both hands to the inside of your right foot. And then scoot your right foot a little over to the right so you create some room for yourself. And then start to bend your elbows to your own degree, just dropping your torso down towards the ground. And then if you want, you can grab some blocks here and you can create a little, again, this tower of support here.
Dragon pose.
And you also have the option of doing a couple of blocks. So you don't want to go too fast, too intense into the pose, because we want to be in it for the long haul so that you get into that phase change in 90 seconds. So make sure that you find that sweet spot where it is challenging, you're feeling it, but it's not too much, it's not overwhelming, and it's also not underwhelming. Just breathe. When in doubt, all you gotta do is breathe. You're moving through a difficult pose, just breathe. Moving through a pleasurable pose, just breathe. Your mind starts to drift away from your yin practice. Come back to your breath and breathe. When in doubt, breathe.
Inhale from your nose through your belly. And exhale from your nose through your belly. Just keep focus on your breath. Inhale and exhale with your own pace. And always remember, breath is the remote control of our mind. And remember one thing more, where the energy flows, where the breath goes, where the mind goes, and energy always flows. Where the mind goes and energy always flows there. Let's try, just keep focus on your breath. And always in Yin Yoga, we do a slow inhale and a slow exhale. Like remember, inhale in 6 seconds and exhale in 6 seconds. This is the dragon pose, and this pose is very good for opening of our hips.
Take the last couple breaths there.
Let go your body. Let go.
And nice and easily go ahead and climb yourself all the way back up onto your hands. And then from here we're going to take the right foot, we're going to heel toe it all the way over to the left. And allow your right knee to flare out to the right. And then we're going to come to what we call the deer pose. So deer pose a little bit like sleeping swan, but the big difference is you're going to bend your back left knee. You're going to bring your left knee over towards the left side of your yoga mat. So this left knee comes forward until your left knee is actually in alignment kind of like a little figure four shape. So the front shin flush to the top of the mat, the back left knee bends, left shin flush to the left side of your mat, like so. And then just like a sleeping swan, you're just going to begin to fold out and over that front right leg. And you're looking for that stretch in that right hip. And this is actually a great variation for sleeping swan, especially for people that might have knee issues. You continue to release the tensions out of that right hip, it really becomes a letting go of tension, a letting go maybe of stress, a letting go of sometimes negativity, toxicity, repressed emotions. And because of the mind-body connection, we know that when we move through certain things and events in our life that are challenging, intense, don't fully digest it or process it, what happens is that it gets lodged within the fascia tissues of the body, which is why we sometimes call this practice getting the issues out of the tissues. And sometimes people wonder why they're doing a deep hip stretch and they have an emotional release. And this is why. So if anything starts to come up or come out, that's actually a very beautiful thing. We call those tears of transformation or tears of triumph. Because the last thing that you want to do is to stuff it back inside of you. Breathe your way through it, and whatever comes up, trust the process. Have faith that your practice is unfolding the exact way that it's meant to. As you're ready, slowly, slowly prop yourself all the way back up onto your hands. And from here, shift your weight into your outer right hip. Swing your left leg forward all the way towards the top of your yoga mat. And then with your left leg out in front of you, grab your right foot. Lift the right foot up. Place the right ankle on top of your left knee, left thigh. So now the right knee is flaring out to the right, and then we'll bend this left knee so the left foot comes underneath the right knee, right thigh, setting up for what we call fly pose.
can use block under your hips like this.
This is the
So
happy
it's
one.
easy to sit
So once you
when
get
you will
set
use this
up,
block.
just reach the arms
Second
all the way up to
option
the
is
sky.
just come into a sukhasana like this.
Fold over and
Just
down
like this.
to your
This is
own
a very easy way.
degree.
Otherwise,
So that might just be like an inch or less. In football, they call it a gain of inches. And in yoga, we call it a gain of centimeters. So be precise, again, within that perfect depth that feels right for you in your body. Now, there was a story about a very successful woman in the corporate world. She had climbed the corporate ladder. She had an amazing job, amazing salary, amazing home, amazing wardrobe. She was successful by the Western definition of success. But despite all of her success, she knew that something was missing. So she decided to go to an ashram to deepen her spiritual practice. And she left her job, and she left all of her materialistic objects behind. And so she checked into this ashram, and she started to learn these spiritual practices. She began to learn how to meditate. She began to learn about the philosophy. And several months into this new spiritual endeavor, she found a lot of resistance and irritability coming up. You know, here she had given up all this stuff, renounced the world as she knew it, and she was having all these challenges come up, and she was irritated with the neighbors that were around her, making noise. She was irritated with the quality of food that she was getting. She wasn't happy about that. She was irritated that her teacher wasn't giving her the attention that she wanted. So she found herself really confronted by feeling all these negative emotions when she expected to go there and find nothing but peace. So she went to go see her teacher. She expressed all this to her teacher. Teacher said, I have an idea. On top of the hill in the back of the property is a private cabin. Why don't you take your belongings, go up there, nobody will bother you, and you can do your spiritual practices alone in privacy. So she got her stuff, she began to head up the trail, and she began to climb the mountain. Fog started to roll in, the clouds got more and more dense. And then all of a sudden, coming down the trail, she saw a mysterious, shadowy figure. She got a little bit closer to the figure. She began to recognize this figure. She had read and heard about this particular person showing up right before you're about to become enlightened. And eventually, when she got really close to the figure, she stopped the man, holding a big bundle of sticks, with a big cloak and a large hat. And she asked the man, how do you become enlightened? How can I become awakened? I gave up all this stuff. Please tell me how to become enlightened. Without saying a word, the figure dropped his big bundle of sticks to the ground. In that moment, she got the insight, the enlightenment, the awakening, the liberation comes within the act of letting go. Letting go of the ego, letting go of the identity. She asked the figure, well, what happens after we get enlightened? And with humility, the figure knelt down, picked up his sticks. He threw it on his back and continued to proceed down the path. And then she got the second teaching. After the enlightenment, we still have to carry on within the world. We still have to do those mundane tasks like pay our taxes, pay our bills, run those errands. So within this flexibility and beyond program, maybe the most powerful thing that you can do is the act of letting go. Letting go of that which no longer serves you in a positive way. From here, ease your way all the way back up to seated. Uncross the legs. Go back to tabletop pose. All fours position. Tabletop pose. Slide your knees a few inches behind your hips. And then begin to circle the body around in a clockwise direction. Just big, big hip circles. Just stir that chi around. That massive, intricate joint of your hips. As you're ready, you can reverse it in counterclockwise direction. Same thing the other way. And we'll come back to a downward facing dog. Tuck your toes, lift your hips all the way back up to the sky. And then float the left leg up on an inhale, three-legged down dog. And exhale, left foot forward, top of the mat. Relax the right knee down to the mat. Release the top of your right foot, setting up for dragon. Both hands inside of that left foot. And scoot the left foot a little bit over to the left. And then begin to bend those elbows and draw down towards the ground. If you're wondering why they call it the dragon pose, it's because in about 90 seconds, that dragon's going to show up. And you're going to feel the fire raging within that left hip. And you're going to feel that intensity beginning to arise. You're going to feel that dragon of anger, maybe irritability. If you got something in there, it's going to come out. So it's like an exorcism. And as we say, it's better out than in. So the practice is, instead of reacting to the dragon, can I respond to the dragon? Can I respond from a place of my own inner strength, courage, fearlessness, and equanimity? That's what our Yin Yoga practice teaches us. It teaches us to transcend a reactive mind in a mind that's capable of functioning from a place of true steadiness. If we can do that in a Yin Yoga pose, then we can do that in a light pose. This is the place to practice. This is the place to train. Begin to exit out of that pose, coming all the way back up onto those hands. Feel the gravity here? You felt the dragon. Alright. Let's shift it from a dragon to a deer, shall we? So take the left foot, slide it all the way over towards the right side of the mat, let the left knee open to the left, and then bend your right knee, slide that right knee forward.
Remember, this knee joint must be
Once you
aligned
get
with the
that
hip
knee
joint,
bent,
and this knee with the
and your
heel.
chest facing forward, just begin to allow your torso to drape out over that front left leg. Just surrendering to gravity. In Taoism, they often call it the concept of Wu Wei. Wu Wei means without effort, without resistance. So the Taoists were all about harmonizing themselves with the rhythms and the pulse of nature. So instead of fighting the flow of nature, they yielded to the flow of nature. That's known as Wu Wei. So if you're in a yoga pose and you're fighting it, what you resist persists, but what you embrace, you move through with grace. And so they'll use the metaphor, instead of rowing your way up a river stream, fighting against the currents, this Wu Wei becomes sailing. You're sailing with the current. Now it takes a minimal amount of effort. Now you're going with the flow. That, of course, is a very empowering and liberating and freeing experience that we all have the ability to tap into. Teaching of Wu Wei. From here, slowly come all the way back up onto those hands. And lean to the outer left hip as you're ready. Swing the right leg forward all the way around towards the top of your yoga mat. And with your right leg out in front of you, grab your left foot, lift your left foot up, and place your left ankle on top of that right knee, right thigh, bending the right foot underneath the left knee, left thigh. So you come into fire log pose. On the other side, remember you can modify it by crossing the shin in front of the other. You can sit on top of a block. Now when you're ready, reach both arms all the way up to the sky. Inhale, reach to your home degree. And then exhale, fold all the way down. And then float here. You see how his left knee is sticking up a little bit. Totally cool and very, very calm. We could take another block here and we could place that block between his bottom leg and that hip so he has that as support. And of course, we just want to position so that it stays in there, so you may have to adjust it a little bit. You can also adjust the height. So feel free to explore that as well so that we don't put any tension unnecessarily into that left knee joint. Last couple breaths there. Alright, you guys, good job. Slowly ease your way all the way back up. Just coming out of this fire lock pose. Come across those legs, swing the legs off around to the side, coming back to tabletop. Slide the knees back a few inches and then begin to circle the whole body around. Some of those hip circles. And these circular movements can be really helpful as to producing more synovial fluid within the body so that we get more slide and glide within the joints. The body's able to move with more ease, more efficiency. Right, sinking the other way. Just heard a couple of hip pops going on. A lot of hip pops going on. Beautiful. And then from here, we're going to crawl the knees forward towards the top of the mat. You're going to take your right leg and you're going to bring it in front of your left leg. So your legs are snug on top of each other. You're going to spread the feet out and then you're going to sit all the way back, either onto a block, 2 blocks, or all the way down to the ground. Some of these guys may be
You
like
can use block under the hips, then it's very easy to execute this pose. If you have the flexibility, then there is no need for this block. Remember, this is called shoelace pose, shoelace pose. And this pose is very good for the flexibility of the hips and knee joints.
And this is an important pose because it brings the hips into what we call internal rotation. So we have neutral rotation where the hips are facing the same direction. We have external rotation where the hips open out. And we have internal rotation where the hips go in. So if you've never done this before, chances are the tissues responsible for bringing the hips into internal rotation and atrophy. So it's not going to feel good, but it's that good pain. So you hold it, you get to that 90-second mark, you initiate the phase change, you stimulate the fibroblasts. The fibroblasts are going to attract the hyaluronic acid. That's like nature's moisturizer. And then that's going to bring more water molecules into the tissues. And that hydration is going to allow that fascial system to become less like leather and more like a hydrated sponge or shock. So just breathe. Let the intelligence of your body just take care of everything. You just get out of the way of yourself and just let nature do its thing. other side is to do a little break dance move. So you're going to turn your body, rotate it to the left. You're going to go around a full entire circle, full 360 degrees, so your back facing forward, and your left leg on top of the right leg, unless something very freaky just happens. If your left leg not on top, that's like a world wonder. Alright, so now we're facing forward, left leg's on top, hands to the inner arches of the feet. Inhale, sit up tall. And exhale, fold down to 0 degree shoelace on the other side.
You can use one block like this. It will help you for your chin, between knee and chin. Use this block, it will be comfortable. Use some pillow, whatever you like. If you don't need, you can remove this and just touch your forehead with the knee joint. Slow inhale and slow exhale. Always remember, breath is the remote control of our mind. Where the mind goes, energy flows there. Remember, mind goes there, energy flows there.
Slowly transition all the way back up, exiting out of shoelace. Feel free to place the hands onto the floor next to the hips and extend your legs out in front of you.
Relax
Now
your
we'll
legs.
come all the way down onto our back into corpse pose, final resting pose. Just kick back. Relax. We'll take the last few minutes here to just allow the effects of the practice to be absorbed, sink in.
You can always use pillow under your knee joints. It will help you for your spine.
Shavasana. flexible and be supple in your body, be strong and calm in your mind, and may the Tao be with you.
اللهم رستم آوات والأرض روح से बड़ी रूह में मसाज करने नोज पुशानी. So thank you very much for this practice and life is wonderful. दोस्तों ये प्रैक्टिस सेशन हैं जो आपकी स्किल को बेहतर करेंगे, जो आप लोगों को बहुत आगे ले जाएंगे अपनी प्रैक्टिस को. इसमें देखें आप जो मेरा ट्रेनर है उसके साथ आप उसकी वॉइस के साथ आप कर रहे हैं, और यही प्रैक्टिस हम चाहते हैं पाकिस्तान में कि लोग इस तरह टीचर्स बोले और बाकी लोग आवाज़ के साथ मूव करें. सो प्लीज़ अपने इस वीडियो को शेयर कीजिएगा अपने बाकी दोस्तों के साथ जो इंटरेस्टेड हों योगा करने में. तो हमारी इंशाल्लाह नेक्स्ट वीडियो में मुलाकात होगी. योगा पावर योगा का सेशन वो हम करेंगे इंशाल्लाह आज, वो तकरीबन आपके शाम 5 बजे करीब होगा. तो गेट रेडी. थैंक यू वेरी मच. अल्लाह हाफिज़.